And I can fly my pod home because you get 2 bags on Southwest for free.
He's so excited. He's like, Instapot's coming home for Christmas.
It's going to be Instapot New Year's. Now, what do you do for New Year's? Black-eyed peas or?
For New Year? What is the black-eyed peas thing, New Year's?
That's the southern way. You do probably hawks and black-eyed peas. And we always did.
Because do you remember that one time I was telling you my husband went to like Home Depot and he was checking out, and it was right between the holiday here of Christmas and New Year's, and she said, "Now go get your black-eyed peas," and he had no idea
and
what she was
remember
talking
somebody
about.
called and said it was a diss? They said it was a diss on him. I don't know why.
But you said it's actual because that's
that's what you have. And we had sausage and sauerkraut up north where we just came full circle.
We're right back to sausage.
And seriously, we know who would ever listen to a radio show about sausage.
Jeff and Randy.
Inside the Music. K-Love.
Hey guys, it's We the Kingdom here. We'd love to tell you about our new song, Holy Water.
This song is about the life-changing power that God has in our lives as we call out to Him for forgiveness.
Trump is...
Right? It's rent. Did you know that? It's rent.
It's a fee.
It's a fee.
I don't think it's a tax. I think it's a fee.
Yeah. Which is a tax.
Well, yeah, it is.
Yeah.
But I mean
everybody
wants to say, oh, it's a tax. It depends on, maybe it is 6 1/2 a dozen of another.
Yeah.
But I do see it as a fee, not rent.
So,
and that's fine. I don't care. Call it whatever you want to.
But and everybody says, oh well, we'll see. They're bluffing. Talk to Austin. Austin's like, oh, you guys were serious? Right? Like kind of what Trump's going through right now. So you guys were totally serious about impeaching me? I still think he's got shocked face. I think he's angry. But I think he'll figure out, okay, how do I use this to my advantage?
Oh, sure he will.
Right? And that's what's going on. So we're about 7 away from only the 3rd president being impeached in history. Remember, the impeachment process and the articles of impeachment were being drawn up and the inquiry was going on when when old Barry wandered over on that Saturday Night Gold and said, hey, Richard, Tricky Dick, maybe it's time for you to quit. And that happened. So we're in that situation right now where this is historic. And I was telling Jack, my son's 9, I was explaining to him, Jack,
they got me confused as hell. They either going to impeach him or they ain't going to impeach him.
This is just something that may only happen once in your lifetime, right? And you're 9. You could live to be 150, and this may not happen. Although, with the way politics are going today, this may happen, every 4 years.
It could, absolutely. So I'm curious, though. Tell me this. So there's 2 minutes and 39.876 counting. So 50 Republicans have not cast their vote yet.
Yeah, because they're waiting in line. It's very old school. So they're waiting in line to try to get there to cast their votes.
I was just wondering if maybe that they're not casting it because they only need 216 for it to pass, and they're like,
it's very old school. Vote. Right? You figure they would have a little button where they could all push it.
That's what I would think.
But it's still kind of old school. So we're at 212. So we're getting there. It's going to happen any moment. CNN, man, goodness me. And Chris Matthews, that tingle up his leg right now must be super exciting. That is it. We're now 3 away, people, from history. Are you excited? Look at this. You're young, Cran. You're seeing this. This is exciting.
He doesn't look that excited.
He doesn't really care. He's just like, man, I can't believe this is happening. So it's two away. Very exciting. I mean, look, here's the thing with this is because it's so political, it's hard to take it anything other than that. So even if you think you're doing the right thing and you're a Democrat, because the powers that be have made this so politicized, it's hard to see through anything other than that. And that's the fight. And today was nothing but theatrics. Again, from Pontius Pilate to, he's a dictator, to Joe Kennedy starting his thing out with, this is for my son and daughter. And he starts reading this thing. It's theatrics, right? That's exactly what it is. And we're going to break down after these articles are done. Again, article number 1 right now, we are 2 away from it. And it's any second, we're now 1 away. So the official article 1 will be passed here any second now. So at least 1 is going there. And remember with Clinton, there were, I believe, 5 articles, but only 2 made it through. And here there's only 2. A lot of people thought there'd be more. Thank God, based on how long this thing is taking. We could have been here forever. But there are 2 nays.
From the Democrats.
From
yeah,
the
I was
Democrats.
really surprised. And, of course, no Republican has voted yes. I can imagine if one were to show up, he or she would be hunted down.
Yeah. So, and that's the other thing. You know, one of the other things that I think people need to realize, it's official now. He has been impeached on Article 1, the abuse of power. That is official. So here we go, kids. This is what it is. It is now official. President Trump is at least been impeached on one of the articles. This one is the abuse of power. So as you sit here, this is history in the making. Only the 3rd president in our history, our time, to be impeached.
Your motherfucking ass up.
And it is it's a big deal. And now the Senate, this will go over to the Senate, and we still have a second article, and that second article will be obstruction of Congress. So here we go. Politics in politics and history living in front of you right now is what you have. That is
stupid ass fucker.
Scary, exciting, interesting. 323-538-2423 at Chad Benson Show is your Twitter. What do you think? Be honest with me. I mean, I think, well, we know he's going to get through this. Now, again, we're going to talk about how this whole process works. But the second thing is I think if all things being where they are right now at this moment in time, I still think he wins re-election. I know people hate that. Well, how can that be? Because as you're saying, how can that be? He's awful. There are other people out there saying, I love him. And because we're such a weird society now where we only live in these weird bubbles, that's how that can be. 323-538-2423 at Chad Benson Show is your Twitter. Once again, the first article of impeachment, abuse of power, has passed. Second article will be voted on very soon. Chad Benson Show, Arizona's news station.
Get some perspective with Bruce and Pamela.
Family can be tough, especially around the holidays.
And disagreements happen, and they happen a lot this time of year.
Is technology the solution?
Alexa, fix my family.
Bruce St. James and Pamela Hughes, tomorrow morning at 9, KTAR News, 92.3 FM.
The holidays are a time of giving thanks and gifts, but also a time of gaining weight. So I'm thankful that 3010 Weight Loss for Life has given me the gift of healthy living. I'm Jim Sharp, and you know my story. 3010 Weight Loss for Life helped me lose more than 70 pounds. But 3010 also taught me how to keep that weight off while enjoying the holidays. 3010's recipes and their tasty tips and tricks keep me trim and not feeling like I'm missing out. Say yes to natural, healthy, doctor-developed weight loss. Call 855-YES-3010. 855-YES-3010.
National Bank of Arizona presents Arizona Business Today, highlighting Arizona businesses and how they achieve success.
With a mission to empower women, children, and families, Arizona Legal Women and Youth Services helps vulnerable young people by providing no-cost legal services to survivors of human trafficking and to youth impacted by homelessness, abuse, and the foster care system. Hi, I'm January Contreras, founder of Always, Arizona Legal Women and Youth Services. As a local nonprofit organization, we need a lot of support from our bank. I was fortunate to build a relationship with my National Bank of Arizona banker, Pam, who's there for us every step of the way. That's why National Bank of Arizona is the only bank we need.
For more stories, visit ArizonaBusinessToday.com. National Bank of Arizona,
a division of Zions Bank Corporation, NA member FDIC.
It's the most wonderful time of the year at Peoria Ford. Why? How about this? 50 loaners, demos, executive cars, heck, the ones that Pat Hickey been driving around, have got to be sold before the end of the year. That's right. These are vehicles with 1,500, maybe 3,000 miles. They're still brand new, but you're going to get huge savings. And how about an extended warranty and free 2-year maintenance? F-150s, Rangers, Fusions, Fiesta, Focus, Explorers. They've got them all at huge discounts. What are you waiting for, right? Exactly. Online, you'll find them at PeoriaFord.com. And you can just stop by. 91st and Bell Road. They're just west of the freeway. Go and take a look yourself. Fall in love over and over and over again with that new car, truck, or SUV. And you'll find out why we say if you buy that Ford anywhere other than Peoria Ford, You paid too much.
Welcome to More Than Enough Reason with Geico. You're at an amusement park on the first hill of the biggest roller coaster in the state.
Oh boy.
Your fear of heights was more than enough reason to never get on in the first place.
Acrophobia, schmacrophobia. That's what I say.
You've also got more than enough reason.
I just want a large Sprite, that's it.
Large Sprite, 109, first one.
All right.
Which is more faith than you have going into that second loop.
Eyes on the horizon! Eyes on the horizon!
So, as you notice, you've been tensing
People act like they're going to Red Lobster or some
you can
shit.
at least relax knowing Geico is always there for you online or over the phone. Now, if you could only get off this ride.
Okay, need a little help. Think I might have pulled something.
Or if war break out in the next few minutes,
Switch today.
they'll be kissing Donald Trump's ass.
For more than a year, the whole of Vermont was captivated by the hunt for a runaway golden retriever. Read Catching Murphy, the latest book from the Associated Press. Available now exclusively at Amazon.com.
Arizona's news station. KTAR, on air, 92.3 FM, online at KTAR.com, and streaming live on the KTAR News app. Your breaking news and traffic now.
It is 6:30. I'm Becky Lynn. Here is our top story this evening.
I don't know why it's all fat motherfuckers at McDonald's.
And just a few moments ago, the U.S. House voted to impeach President Trump on one article, the abuse of power. They'll be voting on the second article in just a bit. They needed 216 yes votes to impeach.
There are now enough votes in favor of the first of two articles of impeachment against President Trump, abuse of power, for that article to pass in the House. The vote mainly along party lines. No Republicans voting in favor. Independent Justin Amash voting yes, and just 2 Democrats voting no. Maryland Democrat Steny Hoyer, the House Majority Leader, giving his party's closing statement, saying this is a part of history he never hoped to be a part of.
In all my years of serving in this great institution that I love, did I ever expect to encounter such an obvious wrongdoing by a president of the United States?
California Republican Kevin McCarthy, the minority leader, says his party is looking ahead past today's proceedings.
He is president today, he'll be president tomorrow, and he will be president when this impeachment is over.
The House will soon vote on the second of 2 articles, obstruction of Congress. With continuing coverage, the impeachment of President Trump. Daria Albinger, ABC News.
The item passes 7-2. This was a strong vote that the city of Phoenix is going to invest in Sky Harbor.
And deja vu, locally, the Phoenix City Council again approves a controversial Uber and Lyft airport fee increase.
Despite threats from Uber and Lyft to leave and even potential legal challenges, the Phoenix City Council reaffirmed its 7-2 decision to increase pickup and drop-off fees at Sky Harbor Airport. Before his yes vote, Council Member Carlos Garcia had this to say.
We've attempted to be bullied here today. Disrespect of saying that our airport isn't worth it.
Council members Jim Waring and Sal DeCiccio with the 2 no votes. The new fees start January 1st. For rideshare companies, the increase goes from $2.66 to $4 for pickup and another $4 for drop-offs. Martha Maurer, KTAR News.
And also at the City Council meeting today, red light cameras are going to be sticking around here in Phoenix at least for the next few months. City Council voted 8-1 to keep operating the current red light cameras through the end of April. During this time, Council will conduct some safety studies. Council also approved the contract for the cameras that was due to expire on December 31st. Now, let's check on the traffic. We'll go to Larry Lewis in the Valley Chevy Dealers Traffic Center.
For right now, Becky Lynn, we're dealing with a crash on the Loop 101 southbound at Indian School. This is partially blocking up the on-ramp as well as the right lane. Then on the Loop 101 westbound approaching State Route 51, big trouble there in the North Valley. 3 right lanes tied up in that one. Crash reported 10 westbound east to Watson. Another wreck, this time 17 southbound, approaching the 10 stack. That one's in the right lane. This report sponsored by Staples. At Staples, there's a whole lot in store. Get a case of True Red color printer paper for just $28.99. Offer ends ends December 21st. Valid on select SKUs in select stores. Limit 3 while supplies last. Staples. I'm Larry Lewis, KTAR News.
We'll be cleared tonight with our low at 40. Tomorrow, right around 63 for a high and 68 on Friday. It's 59 in Buckeye. Weather brought to you by Howard Air. I'm Becky Lynn on Arizona's news station, KTAR News.
You better hold up, motherfucker.
Arizona's news station, KTAR News, 92.3 FM.
Don't let the Washington Beltway strangle you. This is where the exhausted majority comes to refuel, realign, and reevaluate. This is Chad Benson.
It doesn't really feel like we're being impeached. The country is doing better than ever before. We did nothing wrong. We did nothing wrong. And we have tremendous support in the Republican Party like we've never had before. Nobody's ever had this kind of support.
Let me tell you why he separates himself in situations. Right now, the guy that is going to be the MVP in the NFL, right, Lamar Jackson, when they say you're going to be MVP, he says what? We're going to be great. We've got a great team. We're going to be amazing. Listen to what Trump says right now in front of a live audience.
It doesn't really feel like we're being impeached.
We're being impeached. We, you, me, our votes. They're impeaching not just me. They're impeaching all of you. They're impeaching every one of you. Do you guys get that? They're impeaching us. They're coming for us. They're impeaching us. Language is really important. And you saw it today with everybody doing what they were doing. Language is vitally important. But I'll tell you what, that right there is exactly, doesn't feel like we're being impeached. Becky, I can't believe we're being impeached.
That's what he said.
Yeah. Well, hold on a second. Like the average person's like, I'm not anything, right? But because politics, we're now wrapped up. So like people identify.
Yeah, it's become us against them.
Yeah, for both sides.
Yes, for both sides.
And,
absolutely.
And that's the reality of what's happening. So when you say the we, it hits home.
Makes it more personal.
Makes it more personal.
It's an attack on the supporters.
That's exactly it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that is a smart thing. So we're underway for Article 2. This one is obstruction of Congress, which I am totally for. I just want to let you guys know that. But not like obstructing them from what?
Just a large Sprite.
Long to vote on this one.
Right.
No, because they kind of like, you know, we guys get this right. Like a lot of us have stuff. Some of us got kids that are
it's so late.
They're in plays and they got things going on, and we got to get like you talked about last night.
Gotta get home with the baby to bed.
Right, gotta get home, and I got this, and I got people coming here for the holidays and all of that
this
stuff.
This fucking dickhead
so
in the front.
We are moments away from the
he
second
think he had
article.
a four-way stop or some shit.
So there was one Republican.
Yes, thank you. You too.
But then that went away on the last one. There's 3 nays on the Democrats
for the second
one. He got the whole
second one.
Damn.
So, but it shows you they're both
united.
Shit
fucked up.
And here's the other thing. How divided we are in so many things. And I don't think people understand that. At this point in time, if you said green, the other side
baseball
would say,
in front of in a fucking parking lot full of cars
taco,
throwing shit.
Hamburger. That's where we are at this point in time in everything.
That makes me think of that picture that was on Facebook. Is it black and white or is it blue?
That's right. And that's the way that everybody's looking at it.
Yeah, in one
I see why I don't come out at night. I'll be done whoop somebody's ass.
You're totally against.
There you go. Welcome to the world of yeah. And people were fighting over that. Do you remember that?
Yes, I do.
Fighting over, no, it's gray or it's silver.
It was white and gold and black and blue.
Yeah,
I remember.
So,
yeah, it was so funny. Same thing.
Yeah, it's like you don't see what I see. I'm like I don't see what you see, but apparently I should. So, but it is happening. We're moments away from the second article. This one is, so the first one was abuse of power. That passed handily. This one is going to pass as well. So both articles. And a reminder that this doesn't
got me confused in the
motherfucker. I see a lot of people on Twitter very excited about, this is it. He's still president. He's not going anywhere. There will be a trial of which Chief Justice Roberts will preside over it, and the jurors, in theory, although they're not really jurors, will be the people that are going to be presiding over it with the Senate. And the Senate, unlike the House, is controlled by the Republicans. You need 67 people to vote for his removal. And we're going to touch on how that would even go about doing it, change some stuff up this night. We're going to have some fun, not just all about this, but this is a historic moment that is currently taking place. And it is, again, third time in our history. And I don't remember any
third time in the history if they hadn't voted on it yet.
And the nation was healing from it in the whole 9 yards, but this is something that's very big. And Trump tonight, though, he's out there, he's in Michigan, he's in Battle Creek, Michigan, and now he can turn on, okay, this is where I'm going to go with it. I'm going to do this, I'm going to say this, I'm going to do this, this, and this, we're going to raise money off this, I'm going to make myself a martyr, which is what anybody would do in this situation, because he makes it us versus them. But the us is very real, because when you say this,
it doesn't really feel like we're being impeached.
That right there says everything, because he's now made you part of the team. We're being impeached. They're coming for us. They're trying to nullify your voice. They're trying to take all of this stuff away from you.
Yeah, there's an awful lot of cars at people's house. I don't know they ain't.
This is what I was trying to do.
Gathered around.
That phone call was
maybe
perfect.
so in Phoenix.
They're after us. Say what you like about him. You hate him. All of those stuff. He gets it. Right? It's not luck.
I wonder what my camera picked up.
There's a certain sense and craziness to some of his madness and lunacy in all of that stuff. But here we go. And somebody said earlier, because Chad, you don't have to murder people to be a dictator. Dictators don't allow this to happen. Dictators don't allow the press to come after him. He may bitch about the press, but he also needs the press.
A homely guy.
Dictators put an end to any of this.
He had 8 or 9 baskets.
That's the reality of it. He's not a
Now he's just walking around with one basket.
He wouldn't allow.
Black guy, he said he worked for a bank.
That's it. So, and I don't think at any given time that he is going to, say, I'm staying here for 3rd and 4th and 5th term and I'm not leaving if you guys, I don't think any of that stuff. And let me tell you something. If he gets thrown out and he decides he's not leaving, I'll rise up with everybody else. He needs to go. It ain't going to happen. I think people understand that. But the reality
is... What is he talking about? He'll rise up with everybody else.
323-538-2423 at Chad Benson Show's your Twitter. Again, we are moments away. Article 2 is being voted on. This one is the obstruction of of Congress, because you've obstructed Congress, and you can't do that. But Article 1, which was the abuse of power.
On this vote, the yeas are 230, the nays are 197, present is 1. Article 1 is adopted.
Oh, I love it when people get adopted. Somebody was adopted.
I think it's so fucking funny.
You know what's funny? Somebody was like, hey, you got to vote. Here. Oh, am I supposed to vote on this? Like, who votes present? Like, talk about not taking
there. I said, yeah. One person, yeah.
Now so here's the way it is. We need 216, we're at 213, 3 nays on the Democratic side. Once again, the Republicans, all nays. There's not been one. There's 45 Republicans left, 17 Democrats. This is going to get done. We're just 3 away from this. 323-538-2423 at Chad Benson Show is your Twitter. Feel free to tweet at me. Again, historic, only the 3rd time in our history that this has taken place. You can tweet at us. You can text the program as well. Let me tell you something, guys. Blink is amazing. Still got business to do. Blink's incredible. And this time of year, great time. Porch Pirates coming. Stay away, Porch Pirates. Stay away. Get away. How do you do it? You do it with Blink. Their new cameras are incredible. The XT2 cameras are absolutely amazing. Motion activated, right? Quick, boom. There you go. See it? Got a smartphone app. Look on it. Away you go. 2-way talk feature. So it's great when you're protecting your home. Maybe you want to talk to your kids, right? Make sure, hey, I see what you guys are doing. I do it for my lizards and all my critters and everything, and the family. Make sure everything's cool. It is amazing. It really is. Now, you're going to save big. 25% off and a free